Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be diving into another budget deck that I built to kind of show off another deck that doesn't really have any rares, any mythics or anything like that, just basically commons and uncommons, something you can kind of start off with and then build a foundation for, and then maybe eventually move on to if you do like the deck. Today's deck we're kind of focused on a black-green deck that utilizes adventure cards and the draw mechanics from them, and as well as making casts of multiple copies. The deck is unique in a way that it kind of goes, once in a while it goes well, and then sometimes it goes not so well just because we're playing with uncommons and commons. Sometimes it gets a little weird with like how mana situations work out. But overall, it's a fun time. We'll go and we'll break down what the deck is consistent of. We will kind of like tell you about the upgrades at the end of the video, and then I'll show you some gameplay of some games I have played with the deck. But guys, let's dive right into it.
Scar TV.
Alright, so we're going to be diving into our deck here. It's Black-Green Adventures. I have it called Budget Adventures because, like I said before in the intro of the video, it's going to involve just commons and uncommons, a couple rares, nothing too crazy. Unfortunately, there's not really a build that you can kind of get around. We need some rares. The one benefit is, though, when you play the game and you start off, you actually do get an abundant amount of rare and mythic rare cards. I don't currently have any on my actual main account, but on my other account from the account master, you do get a good amount that you should be able to actually purchase these rares pretty easily. Everything else is commons and uncommons, so pretty cheap in terms of cost of currency. But overall, we'll kind of explain what the deck does, how it works, and then eventually play some games, and then see what the deck, what we can do to upgrade it to make it maybe a little bit stronger. So the deck plays around two cards. It plays around the Edgewall Innkeeper, which is just a 1-cost 1/1, and whenever you cast an adventure card, whenever you cast a creature spell that is an adventure, draw a card. So if you cast the Foulmire Knight, Death Touch for 1, you then draw a card, triggering that. We also play another card here called Lucky Clover. Whenever you cast an adventure, instant, or sorcery spell, you copy it. You may choose new targets for the copies. So you could take a card like Foulmire Knight, you can draw a card and lose 1 life, and for the cost of 3, you may actually draw 2 cards. The other thing that we could do is cards like this. You can return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, which in turn can then get back a card that may have died. So you can get back Murderous Rider, you get back Beanstalk Giant, so on and so forth. We have some antagonizing remorses that pretty much we can look at their opponent's hand, so get exile a non-land card from it and lose a life. Order of the Midnight, 2-cost, with a 2-cost adventure sorcery spell that returns target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and then it's a 2-cost creature that also can't block with flying. Smitten Swordmaster, it is a 1-cost sorcery adventure that you gain X life and each opponent loses X life for X's number of knights you control. There's some interesting things that can happen that synergize with this that we may see in some of the games where we may have multiple Lucky Clovers out, drop a couple of these, and next thing you know, we do like 10 damage to our opponent, with 1 cast of a 1-cost card. It's pretty interesting if we get a full board. There's some Elspeth Nightmares for some creature destroys, so kind of destroy some early game creatures. We get another look at their hand, discard a card. Unfortunately, it's a non-creature, non-land card, so it's not the most powerful, but it's an okay-ish fill for now. Midnight Reapers, whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Midnight Reaper deals 1 damage to you, and you draw another card. So pretty much it's just a draw mechanic to kind of give you some draw. Murderous Riders, it has an instant adventure card, so at the end that you destroy target creature or planeswalker, you lose 2 life. Another card that you can, with Lucky Clover, you can kill multiple creatures with a cost of 3, and then lifelink, when the Murderous Rider dies, you put it at the bottom of your library, so add it back to your deck if it does die. Beanstalk Giant, another interesting card too. It has an ability that you can search your library for a land card, basic land card, put it on the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. Also with Lucky Clover, if you get one of these or multiple Lucky Clovers, you can search your deck for pretty much the same amount of lands, or same amount of lands that you spent to cost a spell to then, put them into play untapped. And then also its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. So the idea is you kind of ramp up with your lands, get more lands, do more damage, so on and so forth. The deck is pretty straightforward. Like I said, there's some interesting ways how the deck synergizes with various cards that you do play. I feel like we should just hop into some games and see what's going on there. So let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to be playing up against our first opponent here with our budget deck. and kind of see how this goes. Alright, so we got a pretty good start in hand. We got an Innkeeper, we got some Lucky Clovers. Unfortunately, we have a tap land, which kind of slows us up a little bit, but our opponent's going first. So maybe we can play the green mana, play the Innkeeper, and then pass the turn and see what happens. As I feel like is the play. Playing blue-white, at least, from what I'm aware of. Alright. Yeah, let's play the Innkeeper, just to kind of, like, get a creature on the board. Maybe they don't play anything, maybe they're playing something a little bit slower. Alright, so definitely a blue-white control deck of some sort. Another green mana. We'll play this. I kind of want them to tap out, to be quite honest, because when they play blue-white, they have something, as you can tell. I don't want them to counter our things. A Lucky Clover is a very strong card. We definitely don't want that to be countered. See, they're actually waiting on something. They have a response. I think it's probably like a blue-white control deck, and they probably have that enchantment card with flash that you can draw a card. Pretty much called it. I played some blue-white controls, so I kind of have an idea of like how the deck operates. The one thing we then got to look out for then is the board wipe. Alright, so they're looking for a counter spell or a board wipe spell. So that is what we're... So they got that card, which isn't that... Which is good for them, which is so-so for us. We're gonna play Lucky Clover. I'm actually gonna just play this for the Death Touch, just get another draw card. Because I have a weird feeling that we may be having our, crap. I forgot that Narset actually prevents us from drawing more than one card. So that's unfortunate. It's fine. It's gonna play that, which is good for us, because their Narset is probably dead anyway. They cast Narset, then it's fine. So now we can get our draws in. So either they have a board wipe or they have something. I don't want to overextend though, so we're just going to continue to swing in. I'm going to draw some cards because we have some life gain here. And they don't have a counter, so you can definitely tell based on how everything's kind of going through without really a hold up. So we're just gonna get some quick life real quick. And if I had more knights, that would actually be a lot bigger, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, there's a Banished Light. Probably to get rid of that. They probably don't want that. It's not the end all be all. It does help our deck though. It's kind of cool that we actually did draw another one, so that's good on us. We're gonna go in for an attack. Probably not gonna block because they probably don't want their wall to get destroyed. We're gonna play a card to get a card. Actually is good because then we kind of prevent ourselves from getting Teferied. They're probably more than likely gonna wipe the board, which is gonna tap them out, or they're gonna play the hexproof divine. So their thing is that if you get a token creature, then the token creature becomes an angel. Interesting. We're gonna swing in again. Doesn't really matter. They may block, may not block. It's dead either way. It's fine. We're gonna draw some cards because, like I said, the goal is to kind of give ourselves some more card advantage. Card advantage is good. Yeah, we're gonna enter in there. I'm waiting for something to actually kill our board before they actually do something. So they're gonna probably bounce something back. Probably the Innkeeper. Or okay. Interesting. Let's go in for an attack because more than likely they're gonna wipe the board. They probably have a board wipe. Or not. They have something that they pump Teferi or they're waiting for us to play something big. We're actually gonna play this, see what they do. They don't have a response just yet, but the thing is, we have a double copy, so even if they counter it, it's fine. We actually planned for this. We're gonna get back Murderous Rider. We're gonna play, and then we'll play the knight. And pretty much we regain board stability. We got another Lucky Charm, which is good. The one thing is just gotta watch out for because they're gonna maybe try to get some angel tokens in on us. But we are playing a blue-white control deck. They do have the mana. The question is, are they gonna tap it on their turn? They're analyzing. It's still fine. They're gonna bounce something of ours back, more than likely, which is one of our creatures. Yeah, that's fine. Which means they don't really have any answer for the cards on the board. What is that? 4 mana? Yeah. We're gonna recast the quest, the Innkeeper, because if they're gonna play anything, they're gonna play it now. We're gonna go into combat. We're gonna actually attack into the Teferi. They're probably most likely gonna create a creature, or not. Interesting. Yeah, they have the mana. I'm very surprised. I'm gonna play a Smitten guy. It's either they're sitting on something or they haven't done anything. We're gonna play one of these. Alright. And then we're gonna play this. And we're gonna ping them, and we're gonna gain life. It's perfectly fine. They have a 4/4 flying vigilance, which is not a big deal. I'm very surprised they just didn't protect the Teferi. Maybe they're gonna crank out another creature, or maybe they're gonna wipe the board and draw a card. They're gonna probably. It looks like they're thinking about cranking out a Scry possibly here. All right, that's perfectly fine. They're gonna probably be looking for an answer. But we have 2 Murderous Riders, which actually is pretty good here. Which they surprisingly didn't dig for anything, which is weird. All right, it's fine because like it does proc multiple times because it copies a spell. So this counts 1. It's still fine. See, they counter the 1. And then I'll get another proc of it. Unfortunately, their deck can only do so much against that. So we're actually going to attack in for 4. Damage. We're down to 2. We are then going to actually yeah. We are actually going to be playing the Smitten. Draw a card. We're going to see what their last card is. See what they're holding on to. It's not the biggest of deals. We're going to exile this. Bye-bye. Not sure what they were going to do out of that. And then we'll just play, we'll play another threat. And, yeah, we're going to go from there. I think I may have played the wrong one. It's fine. If they do get a board wipe, that may be a little sticky of a situation, but I think we're fine. They're gonna scry. They're gonna dig for something because they need something to pull out here. It's not what they're looking for. So they're top decking right now. Their only thing they can really do is make a creature token. And that is game 1. And that is a budget deck, that be a deck that literally consists of other rares and very good cards. That is the classic blue-white control. And we won, which is pretty good. And we're going to move on to the next game here. Alright, moving on to game 2. Alright, that's an interesting avatar. I don't really know who that is. I haven't gotten back, like, it's been a minute since I played Magic. Who's going first? I've had this weird thing I've noticed from the games I've more recently played. I feel like I never go first. I think the play here is probably to Innkeeper into a jungle, unless we draw a swamp. I like this hand. It is a little awkward. We do get a weird slow second turn. But if it works, it works. Our opponent mulligan down to mulligan down to 6. They have a wall. It looks like a surveil deck of some sort, and we did get our swamp, so that's good. We're gonna play the Innkeeper. I don't want to like just jump into they're really digging for something, but they are preventing us from doing damage to them, so that's, I guess, a plus. But we do have a flyer if we really want to. I don't know if I want to risk it. I think in this circumstance, because they have a slow turn, we're actually just going to play that and gain a life and move on to our turn. Might as well get it out of the way if they're not going to actually do anything to us on the same turn. So I think the way I want to do this is probably play this, and I'll pass no tax, and we'll see what they do. They may target this to kill it, or they may target the Innkeeper. They are starting to build mana, but that's fine. We're gonna take a look at their hand. I think is probably a good play. We'll play black mana. Take a look at their hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a legendary creature, destroy target creature. We'll get rid of one of the destroy creatures. I think we are going to... We're going to play this as a 2-1 lifelinker. Gain a card advantage. And we're going to attack. We're not going to attack. We're going to sit back, because they're going to destroy one of our cards. Depending on what they destroy. They may destroy the Innkeeper just because it's giving us card advantage. We'll get it back next turn regardless. I'll exchange. I'll get the card advantage from it. It's fine. Both gain life. I draw a card. I'm very surprised they're letting that resolve. They're really looking for us to draw something, I think. I think they're waiting for us to play something bigger. And this is where we play like something like this. And we destroy each one of their walls. And then this is where they should respond, destroy one of these creatures. Okay, both walls are gone. We'll take the 4 damage. It's fine. This is where I would, if I was them, I would probably target either the 3-2 or the 1-1. They're thinking about it, I think, because the game slowed down. We're gonna go all in, let them attack. Here they go. We're gonna fly in an agent. It's fine, we can get it back next turn. We'll draw a card, get dealt 1 damage. Another Innkeeper. The cycle continues. They think they have the upper hand. It's perfectly fine. I'm gonna have to what does the exile do whenever you surveil? Alright, they're gonna get rid of our Innkeeper. It's fine, we still have 1, so they think they won, but with that battle, but it's fine. So we're actually gonna do this. We are first going to return target card back from my graveyard. We can only do it once. Decline the second option. We are going to stab it for some damage. 3-1, 3-2. They may still attack the Innkeeper, which is still fine. I don't think it's the biggest of deals. It's Flash. Yeah, well, I'll attack in. Maybe they'll be aggressive. We'll draw a card out of it. Land, which is not bad. We have cards to play. No blocks. They'll destroy a creature anyway, so it's fine. Oh, it's another defender. Interesting. They're really just surveilling for something. They're gonna pay 3 life. So it's like a little circle where they play the vampire, sack the vampire, play the vampire, sack the vampire. But if they don't gain the life out of it, I'm not gonna get the rider back. It's fine. If anything, you probably want to get rid of. You probably should get rid of the adventure cards. That's perfectly fine. Play this, draw a card. No attacks. He's still only at 4 mana. He's passing. We'll play another black source. Play a Murderous Rider. I'm very surprised he's not casting this. I don't know why. That's what I would do if I was him. It's perfectly fine. I'll play another. I'm very surprised he let me get he let me get the procs in. I'll gain life. That's perfectly fine. I'm not really worried, to be quite honest. Not that I knew I was gonna top deck that, but I had confidence that we were gonna get something. He's gonna be sad about it. We're gonna gain our life back that we're about to lose here because we gained 4, and then we're about to probably gain more once we play the Smitten Swordmaster. So we'll attack in. You can't do anything. Gain 4 life. We'll Swordmaster here. Proc that twice. All right, he concedes, and that is game 2 us. So budget deck wins again, and we'll move on to game 3. So moving on to game 3 here, you can tell that if we get like a pretty ideal hand where we get an Innkeeper and we get the lucky Clover, we are in good position. I actually like this hand very much, even though we don't have an Innkeeper. We have a 2. We can play this first turn, play that. We're not going first yet again. That is 3 games in a row that we have not gone first in this video. So we'll keep the 7. I'm gonna keep it slow. Looks like we're playing some sort of lifelink-esque deck. We are gonna play that, tap. More than likely next turn we will see what they play and kind of examine their hand, or we'll play Lucky Clover. I still think that's fine. I think the play here is actually we'll let this happen. We'll Lucky Clover here. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll actually be able to play Murderous Rider, and a lot of their work then goes pretty much under. Like they're gonna do 4, but then they're gonna +1/+1, but then this all goes bye-bye. And that pretty much almost wipes them all out. and I don't like to call things, but that's sometimes how this works. So we will destroy target creature or planeswalker and choose a new copy, so they're both gone. Next turn, we can play the Murderous Rider back. Depending on if we get a land, we could also play this Beanstalk, which actually is very strong. It's fine. I don't mind him gaining life, because we can work around it. We did not draw a land, so I think the play here actually is to Beanstalk twice, get 2 new lands. We'll get we got black and green, so we'll get 1 of each. Actually, I think double black is good, actually strong here. Oh, you know what? We should get a green so we can play the Innkeeper. And I think we should play the Knight with Death Touch, just in case he plays something. Maybe try to get some life gain. We'll get a draw out of it. I know it's probably not the ideal thing, but we'll get the draw that's not going to hurt us. We'll play another land, and then we'll move. Because I don't want to waste this Swordmaster, because we can play the Murderous Rider next turn, and kind of get that life back. He's kind of like analyzing what's going on here. Alright, it's fine. He's going to gain some life out of it. We're going to Death Touch it. I'm not going to let him gain the life, of course. I guess... Alright, he's in Protection Black. It's fine. It's still fine. It's not the worst thing that could happen. I think we're gonna Murderous Rider here. We're gonna see what we draw. I don't think I played a land, so worst case scenario, we'll draw another. I don't know what he could have that he's hesitating. We'll play the Untap Source. Alright, it's just the regular one. Oops. I guess, because he thought I was targeting it. I'm actually just playing it as a creature. I think we're gonna look at his hand. I wanna see what you got. You don't need that pacifism anymore. We're gonna Swordmaster. And then we'll just attack for 1. That is the turn. That is a very simple turn. I'll let him gain life. I don't really care. His goal is to gain life on us. It's not my worry. I'm actually more so waiting for him to get something, because we'll gain the 2 life. We'll gain 2 life of that 3 life back. Like, that's not my worry. And then maybe he'll play something, or he's at. So we'll gain a life. We'll play this, draw another card. As you can see, the deck just synergizes very, very well. With the draw effects and then the Lucky Clovers. And like when you have multiple, you can target things. So this is his only response, that if he wants to protect this, he's got to do it now. It's fine because we get another copy that actually prevents it, if I'm not mistaken, based on how the stack works. Oh, I guess it doesn't work that way that I thought. It's fine. But we can always return it. Yeah. He's gonna probably put it on his cat. But he's kind of out of things, so if he can't, like, pretty much, he's gonna give it lifelink. But once my Beanstalker comes in next turn, it'll actually be pretty big. We'll gain life too, I guess, to even it out. We just really more so need a draw effect here. I'm gonna play this just because it's a big body. And we're gonna pass the turn just because he has no cards in play. No attacks. End turn. If he doesn't play it, then it's a bird. Alright, it's fine. He's gonna give the bird fly in. He's not gonna attack in because his cards are dead. We gain a life. We're not gonna attack, even though part of me kind of wants to. We're not gonna attack though, just on the basis of he's gonna try his best to swing it above. But we're gonna play another one of these, just so we have more board presence, because he's just top decking. An option, an answer. It's a land that doesn't help him. He can give something lifelink, but it's not gonna help him at all. He's gonna give it another +1/+1 counter. Let's hope we draw something. This is actually good. As much as I don't want to actually do this, but we are. We're gonna ping ourselves. We're gonna draw 2 cards. Get some more hand, because our hand's getting actually kind of low. Alright, that's not helpful. That's not good either. We'll get one more card. Draw a card. We'll play a land. We'll swing in for 11. Just because. See what he does here. Alright, so he doesn't do anything about it, which is interesting. I thought he would possibly block, but he can't take too many of those swings, or he's gonna die. It's still fine. I don't think a Pride Mate is bad. He may think to try to come at us on the ground here, which isn't terrible. We can pretty much block all around. Then it'll leave him completely open for an attack. I actually don't mind jumping with these guys. This is indestructible, but we'll actually throw both of these in here because I want the cards, to be quite honest. So if he kills them both, I don't really care too much. I also have 2 more in my hand. He's going to put some counters on his guys. Now my hope is it's still fine. Still fine. Still fine. Still fine. Alright, it's fine. Got a little nervous there for a second. We start pinging pretty low. Destroy target power 2 or less. Nothing's 2 or less. We will turn target creature card from our graveyard to our hand. We will get that, and we will get one of these twice. We're at 3, so we can't do that yet, so we'll Smitten Sword here, just because that's the play. So we'll gain 2, gain 2. We will then Murderous Rider here. We'll get rid of his bird, and we'll get rid of his bigger Johnny. And then we'll actually Smitten Sword again. So we'll gain more life. I kind of played that wrong. I probably could have gained at least one more life. He's thinking. I guess we'll play our forest. We'll play a smitten sword. Draw a card. Just things with lifelink kind of help. Just in case he decides to attack. Draw more cards. I mean, we've been hovering around 7, which has been pretty interesting here. Yes, so it's our turn. We'll attack him for 12. Just because he's still only top decking. And he'll be down to 6 if he takes it. He can gain life here to pump up his Ajani, but he decided not to, which is interesting. None of his things have trample, so regardless of what happens, we can still trump block in with various things. It's fine. I actually personally don't care that that has pacifism now, but he can't attack either because he's dead. And that's another game for us. He scoops and he couldn't do anything other than play a pacifism. So that is game 3. Deck is Whirlwind. We'll do one more and see what happens and see if we can go undefeated before the end of the video. But let's go on to the next game. Alright, moving into the last game. We got I'm Just a Puppy. I don't know what that means. Half the time some of these games names I have no idea. This hand's actually pretty solid. Got a turn 1 here. And we're not going first. So in all 4 games that we are going to do in this video, we did not go first once. It's not because we won, I think. I don't know. Sometimes I guess today I'm just not lucky game-wise. We'll play turn 1. We'll play turn 1 in Keeper. He's playing blue-black himself. I wonder what kind of deck he's playing. I wonder if he's playing the same thing we are. Alright, he's playing 2. Oh, he's playing rats. Interesting. I'll actually discard the Midnight Rider. It's fine. We're not drawn too terribly, so it's like, to me it doesn't seem to be too bad. We'll play another Innkeeper and we'll pass. I'm not gonna attack because I'd rather keep the board advantage. He may kill an Innkeeper. He's gonna attack in with the rat, or he's not. We'll play this. We're definitely gonna play. No, not yet. I think we play in the lifelink. I know it's not the best play, but we'll get the 2 cards. Maybe we'll get a 3rd Innkeeper. Maybe we'll get a lucky thing. We got a card at least to see his hand, and then we got a card to kill his rat next turn. We're not going to attack. We're going to pass. I'm very surprised that he held his mana open and didn't play anything. Just based on like how he's playing, it seems like either he's got a deck with he's got a hand with a bunch of big things in it, or he's still kind of getting the ropes of Magic. Alright, so search your library for basic land card and put it into the library. So he killed our 1 Innkeeper. Puts him in an awkward spot. I think in this personal thing, I think we play the jungle, and then we play the Elspeth's Nightmare, and we target his rat, swing in for 3 to the face, gain 2. So right now we have the advantage. Okay, so he's got a big guy. He's got a big boy. That hurts, at least. Oh, he's got another. Destroy target permanent opponent controls. His control may search the library for basic land card and put it on the battlefield. Dispel. Okay, so legit, he has 3 destroy spells. It's probably this one. Well, I don't mind getting an extra land, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this one because that gives him a card land advantage. I kind of want to see. I'm gonna tap my mana out. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna draw some cards here. I know I'm gonna lose some life in the process. It's fine. And I think I'm gonna target one of his other like kill spells. I think is what I'm gonna do here. At least that's what I feel like the play should be. I could be wrong. I'm gonna risk it. Um, that's not that bad. If he wants, I guess we will. I don't mind getting the land. That's the thing. If he wants to kill our innkeeper, it's fine. I can like get it back because I have the midnight, the Order of Midnight. He's gonna surveil by paying life. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if he has some sort of life gain, but he doesn't have many options in his hand other than the one card he possibly drew. Okay, so he's gonna mull the top 3 cards of his library into the graveyard. I don't know if that's good or bad. He's gonna swing in. 2/6. It's expected. Problem is he's gonna exile his library. Or his graveyard. So I don't know if the deck has an option for pretty much getting his deck back from his library. We're gonna play the left hand side. We haven't gotten our we have not gotten anything to really get double effects of our things, so we're kind of slower than normal than the previous games that we've had. We're gonna play another Innkeeper. This is where he may go ahead and be like, no. Or not. I'm gonna draw 2 cards then? Because it's whenever I cast, so now that you destroy it, it's still 2 cards. Oh, and there's our lucky coin. I'll gain 2 life. I'm not afraid to gain 2 life here. If he wants to block, he can block. If he wants to destroy it, he wants to destroy it. He's thinking about it, because he's low on health. I'm at 19. He's got 1 card in hand. He's gonna pay 2 life still. Still very surprised that he's still I feel like I know where he would probably kill something. He's probably waiting for me to play something big because he's like, he's playing these small little threats. What they're gonna do? Break 6. I mean, all I really need is just like a very simple kill spell, and that there goes his like. It's fine. He's tapped out, so this may actually benefit us. We're gonna get 2 more lands. We're at 13. We'll get black. And we'll do another black. That's 8. Play another forest. We're not gonna play that. We'll draw us 2 cards. Unless he can kill us. We're gonna get 2 cards out of this. Alright. And then we'll get a death knight, our little knight. Little 1/1. It is flying, so we really have to draw something next turn or we're done for. It's fine. I take 8. At 3. Is that good? I don't know if that's good. We gain some life. Oh, we can draw a card. We can get a card draw. And then we can gain a little bit of life, but that's not going to be a lot. We'll tap 1. Play the Innkeeper. Tap 2. Play the Human Knight. Can't block. I'm honestly destroy target permanent opponent controls. This control may search a library for basic land. I'm very surprised that he hasn't done anything. Because it's whenever I cast something and I'm casting, and it's like he's like, nah, I'm good. I mean, I'm gonna gain some quick life. Is it gonna be a lot of life? It's 3-6, so it puts me at 9. It's an 8-8. So it's I think we're dead in the water here. Unless I can draw like the one spell. Oh, that is the one spell actually. Alright, I'll take it. That is literally the spell we needed to keep ourselves alive. That is quite the top deck for the draw effect. I mean, we almost killed him actually. We're gonna attack in because he has to block, which kills us 3-2. Yeah, it's our go. He can attack us, but he can't kill us unless he can gain +5. But he has to gain life. And that goes for us 4-0. Budget wins. Very interestingly, when it synergizes, it puts people in weird predicaments because you're getting more advantage of cards from just playing over and over again. We are gonna move on to like what we can upgrade in the deck, what things we can replace to make the deck stronger. So just stay tuned. All right, we're moving back into the deck here, back into the editor. We are going to be kind of examining what you can actually upgrade and get rid of to add to the deck. You can kind of see I have the cards in the deck, but we're going to kind of go over everything. So the first thing foremost, we're going to add in some Overgrown Tombs, which are going to replace our Jungle Hollows. So you take out the Jungle Hollows. Overgrown Tomb is just a lot better. You know, they don't come to play tapped. I mean, you can spend some life. Comes to play untapped, which is a benefit. If not, you can always just come into play tapped, no big deal. Next thing we got is Lovestruck Beasts, which are going to actually replace our Elspeth's Nightmares and Beanstalk Giants here. And Lovestruck Beast is pretty much just a 3-drop, creates a 1/1 human token creature, and then it can attack. It can't attack unless you control a 1/1 creature, which isn't terrible. I mean, there's a lot of things that are 1/1s. It's a 3-cost 5/5. You know, it gets pretty crazy with the clovers and the tokens. It creates interesting effects. And the last but not least, for a very basic like upgrade here, we're actually gonna add in Castle Lochthwain. Pretty much it's just, you know, it's a swamp land. It comes to play tapped unless you control a swamp. We play swamps, so it's not the hardest thing. And then we can spend 3 mana, we can draw a card, and we can lose some life. Just some extra card advantage, especially if we're kind of like in a weird predicament. We just need see a little bit more on the top. It is a good card, and we're just gonna take out 2 swamps. So we're gonna go down to, it's still 20 lands, 20 regular land, or 8 swamps, 10 forests, 2 castles, and 4 Overgrown Tombs, and that would be the deck all upgraded, guys. If you liked what I'm doing here, let me know down in the comments below. If you want to see any other color scheme like as a budget deck, I've already done mono red. We can explore any other mono colored options or even multicolored options. Like I said, let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to sub to the channel and see when I post the videos live, hit that sub button. But until next time, guys, I'll see you around. Scar out.